Welcome to another Sell Well online video, and in this video I'm going to be sharing something that I think was interesting and is worth sharing. I hope you guys do too, and if you do find it useful, please try and support the channel just with yeah, all that good stuff, liking the video, commenting, etc. I'm interested actually other people out there who have had similar experiences to this. But this video is actually, there's 2 points about this video. The first is how careful you have to be with policies on eBay or anywhere for that matter. And the second thing is how I guess eBay's sort of automated checks sometimes pick up things that they shouldn't, and they miss things that they should. So the first thing is, so somebody I know had some listings removed and their account was suspended, only temporarily, but still, it's pretty nasty when you get your account suspended. And they were kind of freaking out, which, you do have to take these things pretty seriously. So I was having a look at it, and they were selling cutters. So just like normal, if I show, so like these kind of utility knives, utility cutters, and they anyway, that was what was causing the problem. So the first thing I actually did was I contacted eBay and asked them why the listings were removed. And eBay, in typical eBay fashion, they're just like, oh well, you have to refer to the the original message, which I didn't actually have. But yeah, they were saying that they wouldn't help me, and I'm like, well, I want to know why a listing with cutters would be removed, and they said, well, you just have to refer to the email, and we can't comment and everything. And I said, well, I want an answer. They refused to escalate. Then they just hung up. It's typical eBay. So anyway, I was digging around and I found the knives policy. So this is for eBay.com. And you'll see here that it says that the following or similar types of knives are not allowed. So you have all these types of knives that are not allowed. And basically, to summarize that, it says that you can't list knives that are weapons. Basically, that's what this is saying. I mean, things like sword canes. I didn't even know what that was. I was I was looking it up. So it's like a sword in a walking stick. So these are all basically weapons. And then it says all types of knives are not in the all types of knives not in the previous list are allowed. So I'm looking at this going, okay, what cutters are allowed? But then I noticed this, and it said you must also follow the international trading policy. For example, the sale of knives on ebay.co.uk and eBay IE, which is eBay Ireland, is prohibited with limited exceptions. So then I went to the knives policy for eBay UK, and it's actually quite different. So you'll see here that it does actually include a lot more general things. So for example, like craft knives, it doesn't say anything about cutters, but I think cutters falls under the category of Stanley knives. So Stanley is actually a where did I see it? Yeah, also known as a Stanley knife box cutter or whatever. So so Stanley knives, I think that's why the cutters were removed. Now the complication is that even if you list, let's say, like in this case, you list a cutter on ebay.com, if you make that available worldwide so anybody in the world can buy it, then you're also making it available on eBay UK and eBay Ireland. And that's why you have to be careful, because therefore you are violating eBay policy, even though you didn't actually list it on eBay UK or eBay Ireland. By making it available worldwide, you're making it available to buyers in those countries, and therefore, from their point of view, they're buying it on eBay UK or eBay Ireland. So that's why I believe, even though eBay weren't helpful at all, the listings were actually removed. And I thought that that was worth sharing to other people to make you realize that you do have to be very careful with these kind of things. The other thing is that often gets people is when you get a Vero takedown. Hopefully, you guys know what that is. Is basically when you're selling, for example, copyrighted items, or let's say you want to sell, I don't know, designer handbags, right? Or like Gucci products or things like that. It's actually, I mean, you are allowed to do it on eBay, even though the manufacturers, they really don't like it because it can undercut their traditional sales channels. But eBay Europe is very strict on these kind of things because a lot of these companies are from Europe, and so they want to like protect their industry. And so the laws in any of the European marketplaces are extremely strict. And actually, you can't and you're not allowed to make a lot of these things available on sale. So I don't want to get into all that. You can do your own research if you want. Search Vero, and you'll see all the stuff. But it just shows you do have to be careful if you are selling things worldwide of the different regions and things like that.